Alright, just a disclaimer, I'm not a professional, and anything I say or do in this video should be taken with a grain of salt, because everything I learned has come from YouTube. So yeah, enjoy the video. Alright, so we're starting off with my motherboard, the MSI Z790 Pro P, and I'm using the Intel Core i7-13700K. It's a bit overkill for the 4060 Ti, but I'm looking to buy a new GPU at some point in the future, so it's not that overkill. And besides, I want to do video editing and stuff, and it's just a great CPU. And now it's installed in the motherboard. Alright, so now I have my RAM. This is the Ripjaws from G.SKILL, 6000 megahertz. I got 2 sticks, 16 gigs each, and this will be great for gaming, for video editing. It's just all around solid RAM. 1 stick, 2 stick, light work. Now we have my storage devices. This is the P5 Plus from Crucial. Very fast drive, great for video editing, great for just everything. Great boot drive. And then I have the P3, an extra terabyte of space for videos, games, all that stuff. To take off the heatsink first. Can't really put it on with that on. And then we slide it in. Easy, little shimmy shimmy. And you lock it in place with a little plastic. And then I put a screw in it, just to be extra safe. I don't want it going anywhere. And then I put the heatsink back on, because these things do run pretty hot the faster they are. Alright, now I'm putting in the P3. This doesn't need a heatsink, it can just go wherever. Put it down there. Alright, now we have everything that we need in the motherboard. I'm going to put it down for a second. And we're going to move to the CPU cooler. This is the DeepCool LS720. I think it was just under $100. Very nice, works very well. At idle temps, I get about 16 degrees Celsius. I have to put those fans on the radiator. Gonna pop them on and put in all the screws. And then of course, screw them all in, because they're not gonna stay there without that, obviously. And now they're all secure. We can move this to the side just for a second. We gotta put the bracket on for the CPU cooler, or else there's nowhere for it to go on the motherboard. You just slide it under, and it goes through the holes that are on the corners of the CPU. Now you gotta pop on these little rubber feet. We'll put this to the side for a second. Now I have this case. This is the Be Quiet 500 base. That means there's no glass panel or anything, but it's a good case for a great price. Here's the I/O shield. You know, your average I/O shield, just gotta pop it into place. And I'm gonna put the motherboard within the case and screw in all of those pesky motherboard screws. Now they're all locked in. We're gonna lift it up. And we're going to connect some of the base cables that are within the case. Right now we got the front header for the USB. And then we have the power switch. There's like a negative and a plus. It's really stupid. I hate putting it in. And then last but not least, we have the HD audio. I don't get what we have to plug all this stuff in still. There should just be one cable for everything, but I guess we're not that far in the future yet. Now those are all in. Now we have the power supply. This is the Cooler Master Gold Plus Efficiency 850 watt power supply. I got 850 watts. It is definitely overkill. This build probably only needed like a 600 watt power supply. But again, I'm trying to get a better GPU in the future, and I just like to future-proof. Now all the cables are in the power supply. I'm gonna put it within the case. I'm gonna pull the cables through and like put the power supply in. I'm gonna push it in instead of putting it from the back and then sliding it forward, if that makes sense. Now it's in. I gotta put on the power supply bracket. I forgot what it's called. Doesn't matter. And then we can screw in to the corners, keeping it nice and secure. Wipe off some of the screw residue. Alright, so now we have our GPU cables right there. And I have a little zip tie for the GPU power cable because the other part sticks up and it will go into the running fan of the GPU, and we don't want that, so gotta keep it locked down. Now it's in, snip it off, all good. Now I'm just routing some more of the power supply cables up to the case.
USB in, CPU in, front headers in, GPU plug ready.
The beautiful graphics card here, the MSI Ventus 3X 4060 Ti. This is a great card. Pretty good price. I got the 8GB version because I'm not trying to spend $500 on a mid-tier graphics card. I have to take off the PCIe lock first. We can take it carefully, of course, getting the cable out of the way, and just make sure that the slot is open. I think this is a Gen 5 slot for the GPU. I don't really know this stuff. Lock it into place, wipe off some of the dust, and screw it back in with the PCIe lock, because we don't want sagging. And now we can plug in the power cable, and our GPU is fully installed. Alright, you can see some thermal paste that I got in my hands. We have to put some on the CPU, of course. I'm gonna just do a simple X pattern. Gets the most amount of coverage, at least in my experience. And it's just a good shape, you know, X's are cool. Now we have these screws, which are going to attach the actual water block to the CPU. To grab it first, get in our radiator and fans, and then we can just slide it on top. Lock it into place. And then we go corner by corner just to get the most even distribution of the thermal paste. And now I'm routing more of the radiator cables so they go to the back so the front looks nice and pretty and doesn't get in the way of anything. Now I'm gonna screw in all the radiator screws. I don't know why it comes with like freaking 16 or something. They would really want to make sure the radiator is locked in. I don't think it's that important though. Now we have the back. This is what we connect all the fans on the radiator to. It's as easy as just plugging them all in. That's the LED I just plugged in. And now we have to add the case fans. These just came with the case. I took them out because it's easier to plug everything else in with them not being in the way. Now they're installed. You can see the camera and the reflection. I'm just plugging in the power cable because now the computer's done. Nothing else I have to do. I already installed Windows before. This moment of truth, does it turn on? Yes, it turns on because I don't make mistakes, obviously. I think it looks really cool. I like the simplistic design, but still having some light. I will keep the side panel off sometimes. And here, I'm just showing again, it turning on. Very beautiful. This is a little benchmark, I guess you could say. I went on Fortnite Epic settings. And I set the FPS limit to 144 because my monitor is only at 144 Hz. And it looks great. It runs well. Rarely have any stutters. And it's all around a great PC. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.